Scholars, it is Ava Cold Sky, and I am back with another part for the Marchenghast Castle quest. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video or I've done a Marchenghast quest. I just unlocked it recently while I was training Juniper Guardian, aka what's its breed name? Nomi. I probably said that wrong. I apologize. So that is who we have today. Magic Horse. I don't remember when this magic horse came out, in all honesty, but that's who we're writing today. So I do both have Margaret and then also as well as Abigail. So let's go ahead and talk to Margaret first. Ah, Ava, a welcome sight as always. Your dedication has not gone unnoticed. One could even say you are building quite a reputation. More importantly, because they are growing used to seeing beasts around, my people seem to be less afraid of them. Not all of them, though. I never thought I would live to see the day where beasts would walk the castle grounds once more. However, there's still much to do. Of course. I have had this gnawing feeling ever since that meeting with Abigail, and what she said about my family's past. The Sixth Hammer, and the Blight. Can it be true that the witches did not cause the Blight? If not them, who? Yesterday, I finally mustered the courage to voice my doubts with Father. When he heard I had met with a witch, I'd never seen him so angry. He said I was being reckless and putting our people in danger. If I disobeyed his orders ever again, he would have me locked up. Alas, his hatred for the witches and the beast runs deep. Am I fooling myself? Can we even trust the witches? Regardless, these last few days have confirmed what I have suspected for a long time. The witches know far more about the truth than I do, and so does Father. It matters not now. I have come to rely on you very much, Ava. Will you stay by my side as I search for the truth about my family? Of course I will. I cannot help thinking that something much darker has been hidden from me. There are shameful chapters in my family's history, and I have started doubting what I was taught. About witches, about beasts, and about what went on within the castle walls themselves before the war. I've spoken to our scholars and read every book I could find in the library, to no avail. Therefore, we have no choice but to sneak into my father's personal archives. Ooh, are we going inside the castle? Ooh, that makes me so happy. The only place I was not able to access our father's personal archives, in the main keep. That is where he keeps his most precious books. When Abigail spoke about the Sixth Hammer, it reminded me of a book I once saw. I think it was called The Hammer of Witches. Perhaps we can find answers in that book. I hate to rely so much on you, but could you please give it a try? Perhaps you can find a way in, or convince the guards to let you enter. Books, you got it. I'll be in and out before the Duke notices. If you can't enter the archives, then I don't think I can. Nah, we got this. Marvelous. I'm counting on you. I hope it will help us understand this conflict better. I hope you understand why I cannot go myself. I do not think it would be wise of me to enter the archives myself in these circumstances. Opposing my father publicly? I shudder to imagine the consequences. See, okay, so I know normally I complain about doing all the stuff that people could do themselves in the game, like running errands and stuff. But this actually makes sense. She's afraid to go against her father. So sending us instead of herself out of fear, that makes a bit more sense than just, oh, I'm too lazy to go do my errand. In any case, please be careful. Of course. Alright. Halt. State your business. I'd like to request access to enter His Highness's archives. There's something I'd like to check in the archives. I'd like to request access to enter His Highness's archives. Ha, we are under strict orders from His Highness himself. He has forbid anyone from entering the archives. Who sent you? Was it Lady Margaret? Know that the Duke is most vexed with her. Please, it is very important. It could help prevent another war. Yes, Lady Margaret sent me, so please let me through. Let's go let's try not to mention Lady Margaret, because they might not let us in otherwise. Look, the Duke said no exceptions. I know you were just trying to help, but bringing beasts into the castle? That's not right. What if one of them goes rabid again and attacks someone? And if those evil witches want another war, let them come. We are ready to defend our home. Now be gone with you. All right, that was rude. Juniper Guardian, let's take a look around the main keep. There's gotta be another way in. I think I know where. No way I can climb that. Yeah, what if I stack 3 ladders on... No, that wouldn't be safe. There's a door down here. There really is no way in at all. This is new. Let's go back to Margaret and see if she has any ideas. What about the door? No one can enter the archives? Why would Father do that? As I feared, he would not go to such lengths unless there was an important secret he was desperately wanting to protect. I wonder if this has to do with the abandoned Bailey. It's been unused for decades. But if that is the case, why can no one enter it? This is quite troubling for me. I require some time to reflect upon this. But I know one thing. From now on, I shall listen to my own feelings more and act accordingly. Good. Oh, there's another quest. Oh, okay, so there's a few quests. Maybe? I don't know. This is weird. You and I are doing the right thing. I am certain of it. And I know we can count on Hans to help us improve the well-being of the beast, now more than ever. Hans inspires me to be brave. For years, he fought our old prejudices against the beasts, and even stood up on his own, to his own duke before the war. We have to continue caring for the beasts that need us, day after day. Thanks to your efforts, I hope we will slowly change people's minds. The other day, when Hans brought up a request with me, I answered that he could count on your help. Could you please have a word with him? He will be in Gucci Alley as always. Mm-hmm. Guten Tag, Ava. Has Lady Margaret sent you? Part of me feels like they should all have German accents. Anyways, Lady Margaret came to see me the other day. She just wanted to thank me for doing the right thing. But we are not nearly doing enough, Your Highness, I said, and she agreed. It is a relief to have people like Lady Margaret and yourself sharing my views on beasts and speaking up. But what matters is what we do, not what we say. I completely agree. Our treatment of beasts has been nothing short of disgraceful. Thanks to you, Ava, some people are starting to change their minds a little. But it is about time. You know, last night I heard a Waldwigan howl in pain just outside the castle. It was heartbreaking. How can anyone see them as monsters? They are just magical beasts suffering under the blight, just like us. We are the people of Marchenghast, and it is our duty to help our neighbors. Together we have to do the best to treat it. Ava, find the beast in the forest and bring it back here. In the meantime, I will ask our veterinarian for some poultice or ointment. I hope I said that right. Come on, buddy. We gotcha. Oops, completely zoned out there. Why can't I get off my horse? Okay, hold on. Where is it? There we go. I want to see if it's gonna do it again or if I can use. Okay, I can use X again. Okay, here we go. Alright. Poor creature. The blight has really taken a toll on it, as I feared. Here, Ava, take this salve. Salve? Salve? Salve. Sorry. Here, Ava, take this salve. According to our veterinarian, it will clean wounds and soothe the pain. How about you first look for the wound itself? Hmm. Inspect its shell. Nothing wrong with the shell. What about your head? It's fine. Paw? Oh, you can't put pressure on your paw, can you? This must be it. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Ava. Without you, who knows what would have happened to this poor creature? With the salve I gave you, you'll be able to treat their wounds, and I know I can count on you. I will return this Waldfrigen to the forest now. Waldfrigen. Jeez. Did you hear that howl just before, Ava? This is another Waldfrigen out there in the forest, suffering from the blight. Please look for it in the forest and bring it back here. If it is wounded, helping it is the only humane thing we can do. Alright, I will go ahead and go do this real quick, and then I will see you guys at the Veiled Hut. Is that what it's called? The Veiled Hut? The Veiled Haven? I think it's called the Veiled Haven. The Witch's Place. Okay, here we are. At the Veiled Hamlet. That's what it's called. Hamlet. Alright. Oh, Eva, it's been a while. Let's talk. Sure. That meeting at Trude's hut was doomed to fail. Clearly, Margaret's still clinging to their old beliefs. And even if she's really sincere, she'll never stand up to the Duke. But I don't blame you. And Eldridge for trying. I can see you're trying to improve things around here. The rest of the coven was furious that I even talked to the enemy without consulting them. I thought they were going to banish me. I wouldn't be the first one. But the sisters have all seen your hard work. You keep showing up, you care for the beast, and you assist us in our rituals. They can't deny that. To be honest, you give me a lot to think about our hatred for the castle folk, the wars, and everything else. I don't know what to believe anymore. But it is what it is. Either way, we still need your help. All of us are working hard to study the Blight, and we're getting tired. Understood? I guess I'm trying to say thank you, Ava and Juniper Guardian, that you've continued to make yourself useful around here. It means a lot to me. Of course. We know you're sincere and dependable, Ava. From the beginning, you chose to trust and understand us. So it's only fair we give you something in return. All the sisters have agreed to tell you the truth about the veil. Ooh, I get 200 horse points for this. Horse XP, not horse points. I know you have a lot of questions. Who's to blame for the blight? Who started the war? What is the veil? In short, what went so horribly wrong here? Unfortunately, I don't have all the answers, but I can explain about the veil. You'll get why it matters. I'm honored that you trust me, Abigail. Ha, don't get ahead of yourself. But you're not my enemy, I know that much. You've seen and felt the veil before. It was the first time you came to Marchenghast from Jorvik. Guess you had a strange feeling when you went through it. Wait, you should see it with your own eyes. Meet me at the drawbridge just outside the castle. Oh, it must be that weird bubble near the drawbridge, but Luciana didn't seem aware of. Oh shoot, Luciana! She's been so curious about Marchenghast for ages, and I haven't even talked to her since Cape West. Once things have calmed down over here, I've got to tell her everything I've learned. Yeah, definitely. And I'm just gonna call for pickup because I get lost easily. Marchenghast is so pretty. There you are. I don't want to stick around too long, so I won't beat around the bush. The veil is an extremely powerful spell, and it was us, the witches of the Saltus Covenant, cast it. Too powerful, even. It forms a sort of magic barrier around the whole Marchenghast lands and separates us from the rest of Jorvik. We're all inside the veil right now. The castle folk, the whole forest, every living being in it. Simply put, this spell strongly slows down the passage of times for these lands. In fact, time has almost stopped for us, and I think it's been a while. You're going to ask, why on earth did the Soltis sisters do such a thing? What was our goal? When the blight appeared out of nowhere, it was quickly infected plants, animals, and people, and it was spreading like wildfire. We didn't know what to do. It was awful to see those beasts suffering. We had to do something to protect them. Anything. So we combined all the energy we had and cast our veil magic in a desperate attempt to erase the blight. But we failed. The only thing we did was slow it down, and it came at a huge cost for us. Since then, we've done our best to care for the beast. A whole area almost frozen in time. I guess it must be hard to believe. I knew it. I sensed something was off. Wait, what about the nobles? Does Margaret know? We're in the early 21st century in Jorvik. What year is it for you? No idea. We don't use the same calendar as the outside world. Oh, one more thing. We usually cast that spell to hide things in plain sight, like our Hamlet. So we think it may have had some ripple effects in Jorvik. But the fact that you were able to Ildrid hear Ildrich's call for help and come here proves one thing. The veil is getting weaker. That would explain why the blight is growing stronger again. If we don't do anything, soon it'll be too late. We can't give in to fear, all right? A few of us are preparing for the worst. There's not much else you can do for now. Besides, keep up the good work. Let's go back to the hamlet. By the way, Ava, since I made you come all the way here, I guess I could transport you back with me, unless you'd rather stay here. Wait, you could have transported me all along? Yes, of course, but it takes a lot of energy to transport someone else, you know, and I didn't have the same respect for you before. Also, I had a good night's sleep, but don't get used to it, alright? So let me ask again, should I transport you and Juniper Garden back to the Vale Hamlet? Yes, please. Good. Close your eyes. It can be a little disorienting at first. That's it. Now you know how we ended up in this situation. Oh, okay. Whatever happens in the future, the blight is still causing immense suffering to the beast here and now. If you're up for it, there's one more thing you could do to help us. Go to the Truth's hut and meet Diana, one of our sisters. A lot of Mara usually nest there, so it's probably where you'll find her. Diane has a special bond with the Mara, and they're often the only company she keeps. Sometimes she's gone from the hamlet for days. I'm so happy to see she has such a deep connection with the beast. After all, the connection is the same reason why the first sisters formed our coven. But the last couple of years has been tough on all of us, and since then, Diana has spent more and more time away, so I'm a little worried about her. Can you go to True's hut and make sure she's fine? Also, check if she needs help with the Mar, please? Sure. I'll see you guys there. True's hut. Here we are. Hi, hello there. My name is Diana. I'm a green wig in the Soldiers Coven. I've heard good things about you, Ava. The Mar, aren't they gorgeous? They fly so freely out here, especially because we're away from that poisonous fog. I could listen to them for hours. Sometimes they talk about a time I can barely imagine. What brings you here? Are you also here to visit the Mar? Oh, can you understand them? Me too. Really? Wonderful. I spent years learning their language, you know. Even when I was a child, that was always my dream. I always see them collect wandering seeds and bring them back to their nests. But lately, fewer of them have been turning up at the nest. I'm worried they might be lost in the forest, or worse. You seem to at least understand some of them, Ava, right? Then you can sense why they're so important to the forest and to us. Could you please help me race through the forest and find them, and they'll follow your lantern? Sure, I could do that. Please help the Mar find their way back here. We can't let them stay out there. Sure? Are you ready? I really hope your glimmer lantern will guide the Mar safely back here. Yeah? And it's another race for me to do. More training. Woo! Oh my god. My bad. Ooh, too fast. Okay, gotta go here. Love Mar. Oh god, I love the Mar. They're so cute. Oh, I have to jump. They're so cute. There we go. And we're done. Okay. Them go back to their nests so they can relax. They are so cute. I love them. You ride with such grace, thank you. I am forever grateful, and so are the Mar, it seems. All right. I think that was it. Let me double check real quick. Soul Rider training. Oh, we have Soul Rider training? Oh, didn't know that. Okay. So, it doesn't seem that there are any more quests from Marchenghast until I have enough reputation. Fair enough. But yeah, this is actually really cute and interesting. Interesting in the fact that Margaret is starting to realize how ignorant and innocent aren't the right word. Naive, maybe? Uninformed. I feel like uninformed is a nice word to use. Maybe. I could be wrong. I'm trying to think of a word and I can't. Uninformed of her family history and what actually happened. And then I've seen theories around that that like Marchenghast being stuck in time, and not really in the sense of magic wise, but like that they more or less prefer the old way to like new technology and stuff. I like that we have an answer for it. It's not the fact that they don't like new technology, like they know it exists but they don't like it. I like that they're literally stuck in time. That's kind of funny, actually, in my opinion. Hopefully I'll be a little quicker with getting the next video out, but with work and everything, it's a little difficult. But I had a lot of fun, and I have a new race now to train my horse with. So hopefully I'll get Juniper Guardian trained up either today or possibly tomorrow. One of the two. And then I can move on to the next horse, which I can actually tell you who my next horse will be. And I think I'm going to start doing training videos again, so that'll be nice. It seems my next horse is going to be Moon Ruler or Luna or Mani. Those are their names at least. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I'll have the energy to record the video and then edit it down. So yeah. But that'll be all for today. Have a good one, riders. Bye.
walking in a field of light, crumbled by my feet. All the flowers and the trees alike that used to be my dreams. The laughter in the river died, but I am still alive. When the world around me drowned in fire, I believed in life. When my tears hit the ground in this land so dry, can I make what's that cry?